Hi, my name is Lindsay from The Homey Life, and I just kind of wanted to share with you some new things that have been going on our property, some new things we have done, as I haven't posted in a while and I haven't shared. So I thought, while I don't have a baby on my back and she's currently sleeping, let me just do a quick video for you. So I just wanted to show a happy accident. I was very happy about it. Now, the one thing I did plant in here was a snow piece, because I wanted it to use this mulberry tree, which was bare when I planted the seeds, as like a trellis, because we don't actually have a trellis. As you can see, it didn't necessarily work because it's still on the floor. Wanting them to wrap around the tree. So I did plant the snow peas around here, but we also have, I don't know if you can see, there's dill back there because we've thrown all these seeds into our compost, like the whole plants. Dill, pumpkin growing along here. There's tomato. There's tomato, and it's producing tomatoes. Oh, yep, there you can see them. And I have to say that this whole area is actually really thriving, and our tree is just abundant. Let me see if you can get a good view. It is abundant in all of these beautiful mulberries, which aren't ready yet. They need to turn black. But I have to say, I love this spot. It was an accident to have those extra dills and pumpkins that are starting to grow. It's really starting to take over now. And tomatoes, and I love it. So we got fava beans. Oh, you can't see any beans on these ones, but there are beans in some of the other ones. I've got some Brussels sprout hidden behind the sorrel, which is just, I didn't plant that. It just was a seed that dropped, grew ridiculous. We got Brussels sprouts, got nasturtiums, wild lettuce leaves, heaps of clovers, got a couple carrots, got strawberries and some garlics, edible flowers. I have heaps of carrots I've planted over there, and onions, cauliflower, which is growing really beautifully. I want to show you that actually. I want to have a look. I haven't looked at it after the rains. Let me just have a little peek. There it is. You see that bad boy? It is, wow, that is a beautiful head of cauliflower. It is like, it's bigger than my hand. It is beautiful. Lots of little purple carrots. They're probably kind of hard to see. They're not super big yet. There's neighbor's chickens. And so just lots of little random stuff, corianders and celeries. It's growing beautifully. Some nasturtiums there. I'm not going to complain. Our fava plant's growing nicely and has a sucker. And then yeah, just our trees. We got like our apple trees. They were flowering before, so I'm hoping that they will get apples. We'll see. But they're only small, so. One of the first things we have done is, well, my husband has done, preparing the ground for sheep. So my dog's over here eating the stuff that he can find, but he's just planted a bunch of like nitrogen fixing plants. So we have lots of random little plants growing, from like wild lettuce, clovers. There was some snow peas that had popped up. We're trying to kind of break up the soil, as it's very hard and dense. He's been putting soil in here because we are going to be planting trees. We want this to slowly break down. We want to plant more trees in here, make this like a rainforesty area. We've got our ice cream bean tree here. It's still pretty new, like it hasn't really taken root yet, I don't think, but ice cream bean tree, it grows really quickly. Big, beautiful shade tree, nitrogen fixing, and also produces pods that taste like ice cream beans. I'm using this as another garden bed at the moment. I've only just planted in it, so, oh, I do have something popped up. I was going to say nothing has popped up yet. I've only just planted in it, what, like a week ago? Maybe a week ago? Oh, not even a week ago, 6 days. And I've got a zucchini. Oh, so exciting. So one of my zucchinis has popped up. Other than that, I've planted like radishes and beetroots and just like little things mostly in here. And zucchinis on, I think, both of the edges. So that is exciting. So we're just letting this all break down. Not sure if I've showed you this before, but this is our other little area where we're just planting gardens, and I have some edible flowers. They haven't really taken all that well in that spot. I had poppies. That one did flower just the other day. Red raspberry. I have a random potato plant right there growing. Did not plant it. Random. But I love it. It's beautiful. So I'm going to leave it there because it's nice loose soil. All along here, I just threw a bunch of seeds. You could probably see lots of like the wild lettuce. Threw heaps of that because I give it to my chickens. So all of this is growing chicken food. And I don't pull the whole plant out. Just pull a few leaves at a time and throw it to my chickens. Just from every single individual plant, which is all along. It goes down, 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 and around. So lots of those have popped up, and there's been an assortment of greens. Another random potato we had in our compost. And this is a big like wind breaking tree, as we get horrendous wind, like really destructive wind. So I can't wait for that to grow. My husband's also doing a retaining wall. He just only has done these 2 posts because, let's be honest, digging into the ground, this like kind of clay is hard work. So he's gonna do several. He has his little retaining walls there. He has the rocks and he's cementing, and we're gonna be kind of filling this area in because we're gonna do this as a playground for our children. We're gonna get one of those volley, I think it's called, ninja courses for them, and like a tightrope thing. So this area will be for our kids, and then I'll have the beautiful garden there and the sheep there. I mean, hopefully it will just be a nice little mix for them. So that's something I was working on slowly but surely, getting there. I think something we need to be aware of is that things take longer than we hope. Definitely if you're working full time and you're waiting for funds to come in, it just takes longer. And part of the process is being patient, not rushing it, and just accepting where you're at the moment. So I'm really just accepting where we're at. You know, I want all these things, but you don't really appreciate what you have until you've had to work for it, you've had to wait for it, you've had to labor for it. Then you really appreciate it. Something else my husband has made, which I absolutely love, and I can't wait to get more. Yeah, I know, he's a busy man. I tell you, he's a busy man. I'm a slave laborer. Are these garden beds. So he made me another one, which I have happily filled. As you can see, it is, I've overstocked it. I got Brussels sprouts and chards. I've got broccoli, which is, with the rain the last 2 days, has just gone crazy. And cabbages and more Brussels sprouts somewhere. I think it's on that side actually. Cauliflowers in here, silver beet, carrots. I've got edible flowers. Pretty sure those are calendulas. I'm pretty sure. I have to actually double check. I planted up quite a few different ones. We've got like violas and pansies. They're kind of like hidden now, but I've got them in here, all amongst. And I am in love, with edible flowers. I'm telling you guys, like, my kids didn't eat salad before. They wouldn't eat salad. I add a few edible flowers on top of it, and oh my goodness, like the salad all of a sudden is amazing. And they will eat salad. So just by adding and letting them pick the flowers, like these, letting them pick those beautiful flowers, they will eat their salad now. And the more you pick the flowers, I've noticed, the more you pick them, the more flowers they throw. So don't be scared if you empty out, the flowers. If you pick all of them, they just get bigger, they get healthier, and they throw more flowers out for you. And they're beautiful, and they contain their own like antioxidants and lots of other little health benefits as well. So not only are they pretty to look at, they have their own flavors which taste nice, and they also have health benefits. So we've got the water tanks and we've got them put in. So there's one, there's two, they're 10,000 liters each, and my husband put it all in and connected it and did all that good stuff. Now we still have to connect them to each other and to the main tanks, as at the moment they're just filling in when it rains, which means that those tanks at the moment are getting less, and we need to be able to connect them so that obviously we can put the water into those ones, which it goes to our house. It's connected to the house, and eventually we like to get the whole house just with water tank. We are going to, my husband picked this up from his dad, and we're going to put worms in it. So he just has to make a little stand and a cover, and that will be for worms that we want to get, and so we can get that whole castings and all that good stuff for our plants. We had problems with horses, which is always fun. The neighbors' horses would lean over the fence and they were eating my garden. So we have put an electric fence. Just the top wire, sorry. We only just put the top wire. They learned pretty quickly. I have to say, the horses did learn quickly. A few, I think it was just 1 or 2 shocks even, and that was it. Got some blueberries growing, which we're super excited about. Oh, our bay leaf blueberries. This one's a little bit slower to take off, but it is still alive. But this one's really starting to become abundant. So blueberries like to have a more acidic soil, which we learned we didn't realize before. So we have just been making their soil more acidic by like adding vinegar to the watering cans and when we water. But I think they like it around the 4 pH. Don't take my word for it perfectly. I think it's about the 4 pH. They like their acidity in the soil to be for optimum health and to get more blueberries. We've got another water tank here, also connected, because this side we get all this rain, but it just goes. So we've got a big tank. I think think that's a 15,000 liter tank. It might be more, but I think it's 15,000 liter. But that's just to also get more water. We're expanding this whole garden area. So just making it over here. We've got cow poo in there. I've got the chicken manure. We had our last compost in there at the very bottom. So we're just letting that sit. All of this will get transitioned into like fruit trees and perennials. So we have some asparagus planted in here and things like that. But this is going to get transformed. So we're just letting everything kind of end its cycle, and we're going to be changing this up. And we're going to be adding a beehive here. I'm going to show you the beehive in a sec. So this is the hive my husband has built, and he sanded it down and then lacquered it with tung oil, T-U-N-G oil, which is a natural oil, and it makes it this beautiful dark color, because we didn't get it like that. It wasn't that color. It was more like this color. There you go. It was like that color. And then when you put the tung oil, so you sand it and you put the tung oil, it just darkens it really nicely. I think he has to do one more coating, he said, but gosh, it's beautiful. I can't wait to have it up, and I'll show you really how it looks and the compartment when it's up. So we should be getting bees in about another 3 weeks or so, maybe a month. But we're just preparing for that, getting their hive ready, and really, really excited for that. So things slowly happening, but you know, we're getting there, and it's exciting. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again soon with another video on just homestead life. So have a lovely day, and like it if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.